This is Paw Print, an animal rescue community, episode 95. I'm Harold Ree, and today's guest is Melinda Lee. Melinda has been a terrific supporter of Paw Print. She actually won the book prize that we were giving away during our Pitbull series, and she's been offering plenty of awesome tips and advice, everything from potential guest ideas to just various really just great ideas that when it comes to animal rescue. So we just want to welcome Melinda Lee. This is going to be what we call a flash episode. So hi, Melinda.
Hi, how are you?
Good. We decided to bring you on the show just a day ago. So tell me a little bit more about what you messaged me over the Instagram app and why we're talking today.
Well, one of the volunteers at the local animal shelter sent a message to our private group and said, hey, listen, there's this awesome deal that Amazon has for dog food. They priced it at something like $10, and it's for a 15-pound bag, which is actually very cheap. And we talked about the dog ratings and things like that. He says, I understand that this is a 3-star out of 5-star dog rated food, but pretty good deal. And it made me think, now as far as dog food goes, my dog eats Origin, which is on the 5-star rating scale.
Absolutely. One of the best foods out there.
Only the best for the girl. I thought to myself, it's such a good deal that I can't let it go. Like, I can't pass it up. So then I asked, well, will the shelter accept this? And one of the ladies who actually works at the shelter, and she's the director of this rescue affiliated with the shelter, said the shelter would absolutely accept it. So I went on Amazon, immediately bought the maximum limit, which is 5, and they're on their way to the shelter now.
Woohoo!
And so what I decided to do was still a great deal, but I also didn't want to I didn't want to throw it out there on Facebook and I don't know. I just felt like that would be kind of just throwing it in the wind and no one would pay attention to it. So I direct messaged a couple of people, including you, on Instagram. A couple of people that post on Instagram that I follow, about like 10 or 15 of them that I sent it to. That's it.
Right. Well, super. Well, yeah. So let's just go a little bit over this. So, when it comes to dog food, I would say if you can get under $1 a pound, and of course, as you said, have a decent quality of food, that's absolutely a great deal, right? Because your average 15-pound bag, at a local, let's say, supermarket or a big box pet food retailer, it'll probably be maybe $20, something around there. Obviously, a better quality food would be even more expensive. So the fact that this is a 15-pound bag that right now you and I were staring at Amazon just about a few minutes ago, and right now it's at $10.53. If you're a Prime member, you can get the shipping for free. And the company, in case people are wondering, we'll post this on the show notes, but it's Variety Pet Foods, and it's their dry food called Grandma's Dinner chicken flavor. So anything more that you want to talk about as far as this particular deal or this particular food?
Well, the volunteer who told us about this also looked at it. He did the research and he compared it to the cost on Chewie. I don't know if you shop on Chewie very much, which they're a favorite dog supply store, online supply store of mine. He compared it to the prices on Chewie, and that exact price is what Chewie has for a 3.5-pound bag.
Right.
So what Amazon does is they try to price match. Dollar for dollar, cent for cent, actually, against Chewie's prices.
Yeah.
So I guess that volunteer he caught a Google. I'm not a Google, but an Amazon glitch.
Absolutely. So through the power of social media, we're spreading and podcasting. We're spreading the word. So once again, great idea. If you want to support your local animal rescue organization. If they need any food, I think most organizations would love a 15 pounds times 5 purchases. That's 75 pounds worth of dog food. I can't think of too many organizations who would reject that kind of a donation, right?
No, definitely not. It
Absolutely.
goes a long way, and every little bit helps. Dog food is the fastest thing that goes.
Absolutely. And of course, we're not necessarily saying that we don't have any reason to necessarily recommend any particular retailer or any particular food, one or the other. But once again, great deal. Definitely a wonderful way to support your local organization. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
thanks, Melinda. Let's just switch gears a little bit. Maybe tell us a little bit about your own animal rescue story. I know in particular you have a wonderful dog right now, but why don't you share your own experiences with animal rescue?
My dog is actually from a breeder. I knew that when we brought her home, she's a pit bull, by the way, that we would get a little bit of negative attention if I took her out and took her for walks. But I really believed in socialization for her, not just for her, but also the community in general. If they saw that she behaved like a great dog and she was no different than any other breed, then maybe I would change someone's mind. Um, and that negative attention was very real. I actually, I'd have people at the parks who would walk in the opposite direction as soon as they saw us, or they would kind of stay on the opposite side of the path from me. After a lot of digging about pit bulls and following a lot of pit bull Instagram accounts, it it was actually revealed to me that a lot of shelters are overcrowded with pit bulls. They seem to be the ones that people want the least. So between pit bulls kind of getting a bad rap, and then having them and knowing that so many of them are at shelters, I actually started looking for rescue organizations to volunteer with, and I wound up volunteering at my local animal shelter. There's a wonderful rescue group that works directly with the dogs in the shelter, and we go in there every week and we train them so that their chances of being adopted or placed in a home is higher.
Great.
And
Can you share the name of the rescue organization you work with?
yes, it's Live, Love, Bark.
All right. And what part of the country are they based?
We're in Islip, which is on Long Island in New York.
Ooh, all right. So what's been your experience so far? Any success stories that really come to mind when it comes to the organization you work with?
Yeah, I mean, just in the last, I would say month, two or three of the dogs that I handled, that I trained and worked with, have been adopted. One actually went home a few days ago.
Oh,
Her
that's
name is
great.
Blueberry.
Oh, that's great. So, how much time has it been taking you to socialize the dogs and train them and all that?
Well, we're mostly there on Saturdays just because all of the volunteers are working Monday through Friday and 9 to 5. So the way that the rescue organization works is for the first couple of times that you're there, you're working under direct supervision under one of the three directors of this rescue. Once they deem that you're able to handle all of the dogs, and they I guess they approve of your training capabilities with the dogs and how you handle them, then they give you clearance. So just the other day, I got news that I got clearance to work with the dogs any day of the week that I want,
Oh,
which is
great.
awesome. If I have a day off, then I'd love to. I actually work 2 hours away from where I live, which makes it a little hard. But anytime I can I'm gonna be heading over there.
So, when it comes to your own lovely dog, what makes Shay special?
Everybody's dog is special to their moms and dads. She's very special to me, my boyfriend. Um, we live together, and what makes her super special, she's very sweet. She has brought this closeness to me and my boyfriend. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if you know what I mean, but she's brought this closeness to us
It
because
sounds like the glue, or
yes, exactly. I'll start by kind of describing what a typical week is like. We'll coordinate, and I'll say, okay, on this day I'm gonna take her to daycare, and he'll say, all right. And then towards the end of the day, he'll say, am I getting her or are you getting her? And he'll go get her, and he gets to spend however many, the 2-3 hours alone with her, and that's their bonding time. And then on the weekends, she's mostly with me because my boyfriend works on Saturdays. I don't know, just kind of the handoff of our schedules, and she's always there to greet us, and she just does the funny things that make us laugh and love her. It's really doesn't say very much, does it?
No, it says a lot. It says a lot. I think a lot of people would definitely be able to recognize exactly what you're talking about, right? It helps you bond with it helps you bond with people in a weird way, right?
Yeah, it does. I think the biggest thing was when we brought her home, we were very big about getting her trained, and training is actually a really hot topic of mine. But that's just going down a different
Okay.
road
Okay. Yeah, we
of
don't
a
necessarily have to go.
conversation.
Yeah. Well, let's switch gears to Amazon Smile because
Okay.
since you're all about utilizing the best pricing out there on the internet for the benefit of other organizations. Tell us a little bit about your experience with Amazon Smile. I can share a little bit about mine too.
Okay. To be honest, I don't know too much about it, but I try to make sure that I make my purchases whenever I log into Amazon, and I do have Prime. I log in with using smile.amazon.com. And what you do is to set it up, I selected a rescue or an organization that's, I guess they have to, I guess the rescue has to sign up to be on the list.
Yes, I think
Or
you're right.
any
Yeah.
charitable organization
Cor-
has to
cor-
sign up, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, it doesn't have to be,
Yeah.
even be an animal charity. It can be any kind of 501c3 type of charity. So
Right. Yes, that's right. Sorry. So whichever organization is signed up, then you select the charitable organization that you want to contribute to, and any order or any product that you see has that tag that says Amazon Smile eligible. It means that a certain percentage of your purchase goes towards that organization.
absolutely. So yeah. So once again, I would just say, hey, if you want to support your local charities, definitely, just like you said, always get in the habit, instead of going straight to Amazon.com, go to smile.amazon.com. Register your favorite charity as your own personal go to for any of your purchases through the smile.amazon.com banner. And I think the main thing to understand is that, I mean, this is not going to make your local organization rich. It's about a donation of 0.5%. So the best way to
Mm-hmm.
think of that is that every $200 you're donating, for every $200 that you make in purchases, $1 will go to your favorite organization. But of course, if a lot of people start using smile.amazon.com, that will definitely add a few extra dollars into their budgets. So definitely something worthwhile, and it doesn't cost you a thing, right?
No, not at all. Actually, what's really cool is, and I briefly took a look at this page, but you can actually see how much of your purchases is going towards that charitable organization.
All right, all right. I'll definitely make sure that we share some links so that people can do that stuff. That's great. Let's see here, Melinda. Anything else? You're our very first Flash episode, so anything else that you'd like to share before we sign off?
I have so much on my mind. I not really, not, not really. If you have another couple hours to chat.
Oh, there you go. Oh, well, so we'll turn this into a regular. We might have to regroup and turn this into a regular. What would you call it? A regular staple of our show, the Melinda Lee Flash episode.
That would be fun.
Okay, great. If people want to follow you on Instagram, what's your Instagram profile?
It is MMS and the word sunshine.
Well, thank you, Melinda, for all your time. And thanks once again for that awesome deal. Anybody who's on there should go into Amazon, or, of course, smile.amazon.com, and take a look at that awesome dog food deal.
Cool.
We want to say thank you to Melinda Lee for sharing her story and for giving us a great idea that'll make a difference for your favorite animal rescue organization. Make sure to go to our show notes at thisispawprint.com/95. That's the number 95. We don't know how long this deal on Amazon will last. Make sure to check it out as soon as possible. If you'd like to meet me or Nancy on social media, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Look for This Is Paw Print, all one word. If you'd like to send us any suggestions, any guest requests, you can email us at thisispawprint@gmail.com. If you'd like to listen to other episodes of Paw Print, you can find us on your favorite podcast app like iTunes, Stitcher, or YouTube. Make sure to hit subscribe to get the latest episodes immediately. Thanks for sharing Paw Print with your friends and family. And remember, you spread a positive message of love and peace by saving an animal. Have a great day, everyone, and see you next time on Paw Print.
Paw Print is a production of EVER Education.
You can't handle the truth.